Hi, this is Sue Dewhirst of Evolve Design. We're going to be looking at the different building systems that are available for you to use for your new build development. Evolve Design were established in 2007 and we're chartered architectural technologists who are also certified passive house designers, so we understand about low energy homes. We're also SAP energy assessors so that we're able to offer a complete package to our customers. We offer a range of services, but always specialising in low energy homes, using either traditional masonry, timber frame, or kit built systems. And we're able to offer a complete turnkey solution from you offering us your plot of land to us giving you back the door keys. Energy efficiency, though, is absolutely key to everything that we do, and we want it to be important for you as well. Whether you're doing a self-build or a renovation project, getting your home well insulated and airtight with good ventilation is key to achieving. So in this, what we're going to be looking at is both new build and renovation, but the importance of thermal performance, minimal thermal bridging, excellent air tightness, and the overall energy performance of your building. Passive house is a term that's now being bandied about quite a bit, but please don't get caught out. Passive house refers to the whole house. It can't just be a single element. You will get a window or a mechanical ventilation system that has been passive house approved, and it is going to give you superior performance, but please make sure that it's going in correctly. Otherwise, you're losing the performance of that element. Thermal performances are all depending about the amount of glazing in the wall, also the orientation of your building. So one element cannot give you a passive house. And really, at the end of the day, it's all about the detailing, and the devil is in the detailing. It's all about what we call the psi values, the thermal bridging, and reducing that down to virtually zero. But there are many ways to build. No one system is any better than the other, and they can all be designed to give you the thermal performance you're looking for, whether it's using a kit house, a standard timber frame construction, a mud hut, or using straw bale or cob, or even masonry construction, and using modern methods of construction as well. Because what's important is how you're going to live in your home. And whether you're at home from 9 till 5, whether you work at home, or whether you're out at work and just want something to warm up very quickly when you get in of an evening. So it's all about the total thermal performance, good air quality, and the attention to detail. If we look at timber frame, it's a very fast track, efficient, thermally efficient method of building. But because you're only insulating between the timber studs, it can give a very poor thermal bridging result. So if you're looking at using timber frame for a passive house or low energy build, we have to look at ways around it. What we want to do is to really take a section through your building and draw a continuous yellow line, that giving you or taking the place of your insulation layer. And everywhere that that's penetrated by either a roof or a wall or a floor going into it, you have to think of how am I going to get over that thermal bridging issue. Again, where your windows go in, are the windows going to be sited within the insulation layer? It's so important to minimise the cold bridging and thermal spots. Thermal bridging is a real issue. We need to make sure at all junctions that you're taking this into consideration. And you can see in the diagram the windows that are and the windows that aren't. Also at floor level, make sure you've got that continuous layer of insulation going across the floor to the walls so that you're not losing any energy at that wall to floor junction. Building systems can be designed to do what you want them to do, and there are different ways of building using timber frame construction. It doesn't all have to use a solid timber stud. If you want to minimise your thermal bridging, you could go from using a solid timber stud to using something like an I-beam or a twin frame system so that you're reducing the amount of thermal bridging down to virtually zero. Another way would be to use a standard timber frame but then overcladding it externally with another layer of insulation. This can then take the cladding system of your choice. But these are lightweight building systems. And what that means is because they haven't got very much thermal mass, they are prone to heating up and then cooling down during the day. So if you're going to be at home through the day, maybe timber frame construction isn't for you. You might want to look at using a masonry system. With masonry, it's going back to the old analogy really of the storage radiators that were full of concrete blocks. You heated them up and then they radiated that heat out into your home through the day. And these building systems work in a very similar way. It's using masonry, but as a monolithic, as a solid wall construction, so that the heat is stored within these thermal blocks and then radiates back into the room. Again, to minimize the thermal bridging, what we then do is to put a layer of insulation on the outside of the building. This is then really putting a tea cosy around the whole of your home. This, again, because of the size of the blocks, is a fast track system of building, but this time you've got the benefit of having excellent thermal mass. And thermal mass isn't just giving you a level of temperature through the day, it's also giving you even humidity. And any design of house can be achieved using this system. If you really want to use cavity wall construction, that's fine. And one of the first passive house in the UK, in Yorkshire, was built using that system. But what they had to do was to ensure that the detail was taken into account. So in the picture on the right, where you can see they've used solid cavity wall insulation with traditional Yorkshire stone on the outside, and then below DPC level, they're using a cellulose glass insulation, so that that can go below DPC and not absorb any moisture. But you're continuing that complete thermal layer from the wall down below the DPC. And again, this type of construction has excellent thermal mass. We have building systems such as SIPs, which stands for Structurally Insulated Panel Systems. These are excellent and give a very good thermal performance. And if you've got a plot where you're short of space and you really need to maximize your living environment, then obviously SIPs can be a good option for you. It is a fast track system again. The panels come factory produced to site, but it is a lightweight system. So again, you've got this heat up, cool down scenario. Windows are extremely important, and if you're looking at passive house, you need to go triple glazed. But really we advise to always install the best that you can afford and go for ones that offer a complete installed thermal performance, because your wall could have an excellent thermal performance, but then once you've put a hole in it to put a window in, you need to make sure that you're going to maintain equal or as good as. So, which system will you choose? Go forth and choose, and come to us if you need any help and advice. Our next vlog will be about insulation and airtightness, and the fact that one size doesn't fit all. It's no good buying insulation and expecting it to work in the application it wasn't designed for. If you'd like any further information, please do get in touch by calling us or visit our website. We design to suit you, your plot and your budget. Thank you.